This particular session here is suitable for anyone and everyone who wants their brain to be first, smarter, and second, faster. So it's also suitable for those who have perhaps suffered a little bit from the loss of brain performance. For example, they're drifting into dementia, loss of memory, or for children who have, let's say, autism. Okay, now let's compare it with the MagHealy atmosphere program for study. We have study, we have creativity, office. If you use these three, you'll find that there is a lot of those brain waves frequency inside. And then we're also going to look at McMakin. McMakin, specifically brain, thalamus, okay, vagus, nerves. These two are all nerves, okay, the nervous system, emotions, sleep. So they are all interrelated, okay, they are all interrelated. Okay, now, when you use, let's say, brain harmony, okay, and when you turn it on, you're going to see two frequencies, 49 hertz and 0.1 hertz, okay. So it's different. So it's going to dish out to you these two frequencies at a time. Mind wave is one category. If I give you gamma, this program is all about gamma, but a lot of gamma waves. That whole range, just gamma. So MagHealy is the two extreme range, It's like delta is the sleep one, deep sleep one, and gamma is the deep awake, when you are very, very awake. So both are given to you at the same time. But it does not give you the wide range. It's only one here and one here, but I give it to you at the same time. Okay, two at the same time. So you're getting two extremes, yeah? So 0.1 hertz, this is for your adaptability, your heart rate variability, stress, repair, relaxation. So one part is to help you to relax, and then the other part is to allow you to work at super high efficiency. You know or not? So when you get these two balance, means that you can work at super high efficiency without the stress. You're relaxed. You're in a relaxed yet high executive function, peak performance. You have insights, you have mental clarity, you're able to solve problems without the stress. Two combined. That's also another kind of power. All right? Okay. Then the other pair that is given to you is like 6 hertz and 38 at the same time. So 6.8 is the theta. Theta is also the non-REM, okay? It's also one of the deep sleep frequencies. And then gamma, this 38 is not the high gamma, but the lower range of the gamma. So they pair it like that. So one is a relaxation, creativity frequency pair with the other high function frequency. All right, so this is to accelerate your learning. So you also see this in the others. Now only McMakin will give you two frequency at a time. All the others, like study in the atmosphere one, you are getting one at a time, but you're getting the theta wave, 6.5, 7. Okay, so this will actually accelerate the learning without the stress. Okay, next one. In the brain program for MagHealy, you will see the next two pair, which is 40 and 89. 40, 89. Okay, both are actually gamma. Now, just now, remember I stressed that 40 was super important. Now you see, where do you find 40? Under emotions, you have 40 hertz. In nerves, you have 40 hertz. In vagus, you have 40 hertz. In thalamus, you have 40 hertz. In office, you have 40 hertz. Okay, I'm sure in study also there will be 40 hertz. Okay, yeah, because why? If you don't have 40 hertz, it's going to impair your learning. All right, so you see that 40 hertz appear across many of the programs. So the 40 hertz here helps you to focus and not get distracted. It allows you to feel happy and enjoy the process of learning because of the dopamine, serotonin that it releases. Okay, so you will enjoy this kind of fast speed learning for a long time. Okay, so it actually slow down or prevent the building up of the plaques, amyloid plaques in the nerve, you know, so that deteriorate the function of the nerves. Okay, so you have the wiring as well for speed, and then the connectivity, all the different parts of the brain needs the 40 hertz. So this is your connection here, and it allows you to flow. That means when you're working, before you know it, you go to work, you clock in at 9 o'clock, before you know it, oh, it's lunch ready. You know, yeah, time passes so quickly and you're so engrossed in your work. Okay, then 200 hertz. Just now, the earlier one, there was no 200 words. So MagHealy actually gives you much broader range, okay, than the mind wave. Mind wave was up to 65. I think the highest was 65. Okay, so this one goes beyond 65 to 200 hertz. Okay, you see 200 hertz in brain, in emotions, and then in vagus. We call this the aha frequency. Okay, yeah, so this is the one that gives you that sudden what do you call that, sudden realization. It's like, oh, how come I didn't do, how come I suddenly think of something smart, you know, you say something and then suddenly you say, wow, okay, that can be a code. Okay, that sounds very intelligent. Okay, so that's what the aha is for. All right, the 200 hertz. Okay, for sensory sharpening, hyper focus, hyper alert, so that you're not sleeping. Hacking. Hacking means while you are overthinking, it going to cut you off so that it stops you in that pace. It's like stop the OCD overthinking. All right. Brain shaking is like hold you up and shake your brain. Okay, so it stops you, it disrupts stagnant pattern thinking and all those things. All right, so this is the awakening frequency. Okay, all right, I always remember the 200 hertz as the eureka or the aha. Oh, okay, now I know that kind of frequencies. Okay, all right, now then Vegas you see 9 hertz and 94. So the two range again. 9 hertz is the alpha, so it gives you gamma and alpha together at the same time. All right, so alpha is the calm. Okay, this is the alpha state is very important because alpha state is the time when you can actually reprogram your brain, your old thinking, your old pattern and all that. You can actually use alpha waves to actually stop that. Okay, yeah, so it puts you in a relaxed state. Gamma is the brain stimulation, working state and all that. So pairing this together. So if I were to pair gamma with alpha, it's enjoyment. But if I were to pair gamma with theta allow me to go deeper into the unconscious state where I can tap into the intuition. Okay, and then if I were to pair gamma with delta, which is can go into, let's say, dream state, intuition, and connect to your higher self, connect to the creator and all that. So imagine you don't have to be asleep to get that kind of super clever intuition. You can be awake and tap into that kind of subconscious power. Okay, all right, then you see brain 970 with 33. So 33 is beta. Then you see 38 here in brain vagus. You have 38. Okay, so these are the emotions partner for emotions. So 38 here will stimulate the endorphins, the happy hormones, the GABA, dopamine to release your anxiety. And then you have the beta 33 is called the pyramid frequency or the sacred pyramid resonance. Okay, now this is good for, let's say, autistic children, ADHD, all right, where they cannot express empathy. Okay, unsocial behavior means they do not know when to do what, and they don't have social inhibition. Okay, they can lie on the floor and then they can throw a tantrum. They don't know that it is not suitable. You can, if you will do it at home, but in public you cannot do that. Okay, you cannot go to a restaurant and throw your fork at people. Okay, so this 33 here is to manage that. Okay, very likely it works on your amygdala, your hippocampus, the limbic system, all right, to control this kind of behavior. All right, hypersensitive means that there are certain individuals, if you look at them for a few seconds, they feel that, why are you staring at me? Okay, what's wrong with me? Then they pick fights with you, you know, those stare incidents and all that. So they're super sensitive, they're hypersensitive. All right, then this is to break the overthinking. All right, so if you stare at the person, then the person, am I ugly? Then they'll keep thinking. Yeah, so this 33 here is actually to develop, okay, more socially accepted behavior, more empathy, okay, and connect to spiritual activation. Okay, then you will see 396. All right, so MagHealy here, you see that it's a much varied range of frequencies. Yeah, so 396 is the solfeggio. It's actually a musical note. So 40 is paired with 396. Now this is good for those who have fears, worry, anxiety. Okay, release very deep-seated guilt, fear, trauma, grief. Let's say it is a sexual abuse. All right, accidents, severe accidents, okay, or they have been shamed, okay, or they keep failing in their exams. So imagine a child, okay, fail. So they either develop guilt, shame, negative beliefs about themselves. Okay, so even if you see it will affect their studies, okay, or their work performance and all that, if all these things are playing the tapes behind their mind. Okay, yeah, so security for healing, transformation, and give them power to achieve their goals. Okay, so you may set a goal, for example, okay, in Healy, okay, this month I set my goal to be a director. Then after that, all this guilt, fear, how to call my family members, okay, how to call my colleagues, my friends, my neighbor, and all that. No lah, I shouldn't do this, and all this will creep in. Okay, so yeah, so this 396 is to set us free from all this. Of course, it is not just with one application, consistent application to go deeper, and deeper. All right, so that will be our MagHealy. So you can see very clearly that the mind wave and the MagHealy atmosphere for the study and the McMakin programs are quite different. Okay, so when you use them, you are not like overlapping a lot, so it's different. My purpose here today is to share with you my methods and how I perceive or view or how I use these programs. Okay, so I'm a bioenergetic profiling a coach, trainer for a couple of years now. Okay, so I also use a bit of my counseling experience to do the profiling work using Healy. I used to use the bigger machine, but now I just focus on using Healy and MagHealy, and the results are just amazingly accurate. All right. So my previous background is that I've been in wellness for quite a number of years, and my training, I have my training in the Chinese meridian system, biology. So therefore, my training usually incorporate a bit of science, bio, and how I use Healy, MagHealy to support the body. But I do more than wellness, okay? So I do more than wellness. Okay, so over the years, while helping my clients to learn how to use Healy and MagHealy, I kind of know where their difficulties are, what are all the questions that people ask over and over and over again. So I've compiled 5 books. So these are the 5 books that were compiled over 3 years period, all right, to put all the information that I have, consolidate them so that anyone who is a new user can immediately have references, or even if you've been using Healy for some time, okay, if you want to learn how to do how to master and know what you're doing. So these are references that are available for you. So I've also put some information, because not all people are readers. Some just want information, just in time. When I need it, I'll go and find it. So they prefer to watch, they prefer to listen. Yeah. So that is where the YouTube channels, Use Healy and Healypedia, come into use for them. So this is a platform provided by Healy World, and we are here to give you more information on how to use the Healy, MagHealy, and its programs to support your body. So this platform is purely for education, all right? And our devices, as much as we love them and trust them, okay, so Healy, MagHealy, they are not medical devices, all right? So therefore, they are not intended to cure, treat, mitigate, diagnose, or prevent any diseases. So should you have any concerns or condition, please seek professional medical advice, all right?